In a bustling city filled with noise, dreams, and countless people chasing something they could barely name, there lived a man named Aarav. To the world, Aarav was nothing special. A normal job, a normal routine, a normal life. But inside him lived a dream so big it scared him. He wanted to build something that lasted, something that mattered, something that would make people say, "He did it. He really did it." But dreams, as powerful as they are, come with an enemy: failure. And failure was something Aarav knew very well. Aarav had tried once before. Years earlier, he attempted to start a small creative studio, his dream project. He poured everything he had into it, his savings, his energy, his heart. But within a year, it collapsed. Bad decisions, lack of experience, and circumstances he couldn't control all piled up until the weight crushed him. People whispered behind his back. Some said, "See, told you he should have stuck to his job." Others laughed. Some people aren't meant for big dreams. Aarav didn't say a word. He simply closed the shutters of his small studio for the last time, locked the door, and walked away with shaking hands. And that was the day he broke. At least, that's what he thought. After his failure, Aarav played it safe. Wake up, go to work, come back home, scroll until midnight, repeat. His life became predictable, comfortable, and hollow. Every time he walked past the street where his studio once stood, he felt a quiet burn inside. Not anger, not sadness, but longing. He wanted to try again. But then the fear spoke. What if you fail again? What if people laugh again? What if it ends exactly how it did last time? And that fear became a cage. Day after day, month after month, year after year. Until one night, something changed. It was 2 a.m. Aarav couldn't sleep. He walked to his small balcony and looked over the silent city. The world looked peaceful, like a moment waiting to be claimed. He whispered to himself, "Why do I feel so empty?" And then, from somewhere deep inside, a voice rose. A voice he hadn't heard in years. A voice stronger than fear. "You haven't failed enough." Aarav froze. The words echoed in his mind. He realized something so simple and so powerful. It wasn't failure that stopped him. It was stopping that created failure. People who succeed don't stop after one failure, or 10, or 100, or 1,000. Success belongs to the one who refuses to quit. And that night, Aarav made a decision that would change his life forever. "I will rise again, and this time, I don't stop." He started small, waking up earlier, reading, planning, learning what went wrong last time, strengthening the skills he had ignored before, building discipline like a muscle. Slowly, he began laying the foundation for a new studio, bigger, smarter, stronger. People mocked him again. "You failed once, remember? You're wasting your time. You're too old to start again." But Aarav had changed. Their words no longer hurt him. He had discovered a truth. Once you decide not to stop, nothing can stop you. He worked before sunrise, worked after sunset, worked when he was tired, worked when nobody noticed. Failure knocked on his door again, and he didn't run. Sometimes clients rejected him. Sometimes ideas didn't work. Sometimes money ran out. But every time something went wrong, Aarav whispered, "This is just one more step. I don't stop here." 1 month became 3. 3 became 6. 6 became a year. And there came a night, the hardest night of all, when everything seemed to fall apart again. A huge project he depended on got canceled. Bills were due. The future looked dark. Aarav sat alone in his room, head in his hands. "This again?" he whispered. "Why does this keep happening?" But then something powerful happened. He stood up, looked at himself in the mirror, and said with steady fire, "If I quit now, everything I've suffered becomes pointless. If I keep going, everything I've suffered becomes powerful." He wiped his tears, took a deep breath, and worked harder than he had ever worked before. Days passed. Weeks passed. Then one morning, Aarav received a message. Not a small client, not a casual request. A major company wanted to collaborate. They had seen his recent work. They admired his consistency. They respected his dedication. That single project changed everything. His new studio grew. Clients lined up. People started talking, but this time with admiration. "Did you see what Aarav built?" He came back stronger. He refused to stop. His failure didn't disappear, but it became the foundation he stood on. Years later, Aarav stood on a stage speaking to thousands of people, creators, dreamers, fighters, people just like him. Someone asked him, "How did you do it? What was the secret?" Aarav smiled. "It's not a secret. I just didn't stop." Most people lose because they quit at the first failure. The ones who win are the ones who keep swinging after the world tells them to sit down. Greatness isn't talent. Greatness isn't luck. Greatness is refusing to stop, no matter what happens. The crowd fell silent, because they knew he wasn't telling a story. He was telling the truth. Aarav's journey teaches one powerful lesson. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. You only lose when you stop. But if you rise one more time than you fall, you become unstoppable. And your story becomes a legend. Just like Aarav.